Hi everybody, it's Miss Lorenz here. I'm going to talk about what you need to be thinking about for Lesson 7. This is for Unit 6 in the Grade 6 materials. So we're looking at percentages, and if you just take a glance at this, you can see that, wow, things are ramping up in difficulty. But you have this, so don't let this freak you out at all. Here's the problem. If 455 students are in school today, so we're going to say that that's a true statement. We're also going to say that this number, 455, represents 70% of the total school population. And so we're going to write an equation that would help us figure out the total number of students in the school, the total population of the school. So here's what we know. We know that 70% of the population is 455, because that's what information we were given. We also know that 70% can be written as 70 hundredths, and that's how we're going to write it when we use it in an equation, 70 hundredths. We could also write it, look down here everybody, we could also write it as 7 tenths. We can also write it as 70 hundredths as a decimal, and we could also write it as 7 tenths as a decimal, or 0.7. But we're going to write it like this, 70 hundredths. So 70 hundredths, I used a multiplication sign because here's the word of. So 70 hundredths, or 70% of the total, is 455. So now I want to figure out what the total is. So here I'm multiplying by 70 hundredths. So to sort of get rid of that 70 hundredths and figure out what t is equal to, I have to divide by 70 hundredths. So I'm going to divide by 70 hundredths here. I'm dividing by 70 hundredths here. So I end up with this problem. 455, I put it over 1 so that it would look like a fraction, divided by 70 hundredths. Well, those are big numbers, right? And I know that when I divide fractions, I have to change it to multiply by the reciprocal. So I change that to 455 over 1 times, because I'm going to multiply, by the reciprocal. So instead of it being 70 hundredths, it's now 170ths. Because I don't want to multiply all these big numbers, I'm going to try to reduce by canceling some factors. So I know 5 will go into both of those, so I divide 70 by 5 and I got 14. 455 divided by 5 and I got 91. 91 times 100 is of course just 9100, and then 1 times 14 is 14. And so I end up with 9,100 divided by 14, which is 650. So now I know there are 650 students in the school. So 70% of 650, that's my total, is 455, what I started with. All right, I hope that helps everybody. Thanks for listening.